All right. Hello, hello, hello to all of our viewers and listeners all around the world. Kamusta na kayong lahat? Welcome back sa inyong go-to favorite chikahan and trivia space. I'm your host Marvin, your favorite chikador.
And I'm Jaila.
And
And
welcome
welcome
to
to Na Para Bang Podcast! Ayan, alright. So for today's episode, I heard that we're going to talk about something or rather someone. Tama ba ako, partner?
Yes, you're right, partner. Pero hinay-hinay lang sa because for today, our episode is all about an innovation that really changed the game in medicine. And it all started with this one person. Kaila ba ka kung kinsa ni, partner?
According to my research, this person made a really big difference sa health and medical world. Imagine, diliing ani ka-advance ang atuang mga medical equipments and protocols within hospitals, ganon.
So, before we dive into our topic for today's session, should we introduce our guest na makauban natin for today's segment?
Oh, you're right again, partner. Naman di ay tay na para bang special guest for today's na para bang podcast.
Alright, dili na nato padugayon no. So, for our first segment, let's welcome Samantha and Dyson.
Hello po! Hi po!
Ayan, palakpakan naman natin ang ating mga guests for our first segment today.
Ayan, na-reveal na gyud sa wakas. For today's trivia session, we're going to talk about one of Louis Pasteur's most famous innovations, vaccination. And grabe kayo may kalaki to have you guys because they're such a big fan of Pasteur. Plus, more upcoming guests here on the show. Alright, pwede ba kayong mag-hi sa mga viewers and listeners natin dyan ng ating Na Para Bang Podcast? Hello sa lahat ng nakikinig. I'm Samantha and it's such an honor to be invited to this podcast.
Yes, I'm Daisa and I'm super thankful talaga to have the chance to speak here and share my knowledge with everyone who's listening and watching. Thank you so much na para bang podcast for this opportunity.
Ayan, so since kilala na natin ang ating mga guests for today's segment, let's proceed with our trivia question.
Yes, so as you all know, Sam and Dysel aren't just ordinary guests here. Sila ang makakasama natin for today's session to talk about a famous chemist who left a huge impact in the world of medicine.
So, without further ado, let's start.
So, naamigian daw few questions para sa inyo guys because mga die-hard fan man daw man ni Pasteur. So, for the first question, kinsa may maghatag sa ilaha?
Ay, ako lang din na partner. Okay, so, for the first question, so, kinsa din ni si Louis Pasteur? Like, kinsa ni siya and nga nung importante ni siya, ano niya innovation which is vaccine?
Thank you so much for this wonderful question. Hoy! Okay, so of course, as a die-hard fan of Louis Pasteur, kailan na pud ta guro ta niya tanan no na isa siya sa kanang pinaka sikat na scientist from France. And importante jud ni siya kay of course siya ang naka-discover nga ang germs daw maka-cause og sakit. And isa pud siya, siya di jud ang first nga naghimo sa mga vaccines. So, because of him, daghan kayo tao ang naluwa sa mga sakit like rabies o anthrax, ganun.
Okay, so, grabe, no? So, with that answer, like, grabe, like, kailan dyan ako maayo si Louis Pasteur. And now, I know, unsa ang iyahang importance ani nga innovation, like, anong nawibot niya ninyo nga vaccination?
Oh, murag ka ng dako jud kayo iyang impact nga sa mga tao. So, for the second question for Sam gihapon is unsa di ay ang vaccine? Okay, so again, ang vaccine, kita mo dito, tanan guro naka-experience ng vaccine from mga rabies o katong sa COVID, di ba? So, for me, based on my stock knowledge or my knowledge jud kay ang vaccine, more na siya kanang tiny shield or kanang superhero shot nga ihatag sa imong lawas, kanang more siya training good para sa imong body para if ever na germs maabot kay gina-shield niya ang mga germs na musulod sa imong body, ganon. Oh, okay. So, in ato today ang vaccine, daghan today kay siyang purpose and daghan today ay siyang matabangan. So, para sa mas detailed na answer, no? Kay mas need man dyan na to dito para makabalo dyan ta unsa dyan na siya. So, unsa day paggana sa vaccines? How do vaccines work?
Okay, so ang vaccine manggod, when you get a vaccine, your body learns to fight the bad germs without you getting very sick. So, ang kaning vaccine kay ginalabanan niya ni mga bad germs para dili pud ka masakit. So, when the real germ comes, makaingon mong body nga, ay, kailan ako nimo germ, I can fight you, ganon. So, ang kaning vaccine, kanang preparation din ni siya if ever na germ na jud nga tinuod ang sulod sa imong lawas. So, kabalo na siya daan kung saon pag, you know, like fight the germ, ganyan.
Ay, so ing ana today ay siya. So, grabe no, ang daming pasikot-sikot na para bang hindi ko na alam kung, hoy, over naman. So, how did vaccines evolve and get better through the years, especially in the times of a global pandemic? For example, COVID-19.
Vaccines have come a long way yun. So sa una, most vaccines na gigamit is weakened or dead virus. Pero karon, we already have advanced methods like mRNA. So sama sa gigamit sa COVID-19 vaccines. So tungod ani, mas paspas o mas safe ang pag-design. So during the pandemic, grabe ka strong ang collaboration. So ang researchers nag-share og data, ang governments naghatag og funds, og technology made it possible nga makabuhat og vaccines in record time. Mga vaccines today are not only advanced but also mas adaptable og sa bagong diseases.
Oh my gosh, grabe jud di ay siya ka-useful. Like, na-remember pa dyan ako tong time sa pandemic nga dyan siya, necessary dyan nga mag-ano ta sa vaccine para maiwasan nato to nga virus, which is tama lang dyan ay daghan dyan siya effect sa ato. And thank you cute kaayo sa vaccine. So, okay, so sa ika-7 na question, how did the COVID-19 vaccines develop quickly compared to other past vaccines?
So, usually yun, vaccine take years para mahuman. Pero sa COVID-19, paspas kaayo kay focus yun ang whole world. So una, scientists already had experience sa SARS ug MERS. So, dili sila nagsugod sa zero. So, ang ikaduha, ang mRNA technology allowed researchers to design a vaccine in just weeks. Tapos ang pangtulo, governments invested huge money o supported mass production even before human trials finish. So tungod sa combination ani tanan, the vaccine came out faster pero safety checks were still allowed.
Hala, grabe no, ang ana jud di ay na. Like, na para bang speechless na ako sa ang dami nangyayari dito sa, ay, oh.
Tama jud no, partner. So like napaisip jud na atong times na COVID na yung sa nila paghimo dayon sa COVID-19 nga vaccine nga ang daghan magani nga tao ang naging suspicious about ato. So now we know ang ato di ay siya paghimo ay nganong na-develop siya dayon nga nakasave siya og daghan nga mga.
So, sa ato ang mga viewers and listeners dira, unta nag-jot down mo kay magpa-quiz me unya taon-taon. Ay, dili di ay. So, ayan, let's take a quick break from our segment. So, let's have a message from our sponsor.
Guy, hala, oy. First time dyan ba yan ako to gabi eh.
Hala, tama din no. Chikahin ko din. What's my feeling?
Guy, nahadlok dyan ko. Kaya anak, mangod sila, nasakit daw.
Sakit yun for me ang first time, guy. Kaya, asa ka? Naluya ka?
Oo, uy. Ibukat ako lawas. Naluya dyan ko kay dako mangod. Like as in, dako dyan ka ayo, guy.
Sure, uy. Dako. As in? Dako siya tusok sa imo?
Gabi, uy. Nagaduha dyan ko kung ipadayon ko na ako. Pero kailangan mangod sa dako. Actually, abi na kong dugay, pero dali naman di ay, kaya isa nakatusok.
Isa na di ay? Ano, pila pag giagwan ka?
Dili, uy.
So, usap nasad ka?
Kuan, giingat ko nga mubalik ka ko next week. Dapat nang daw, ikatulo ko magkatusok.
Oh, dapat lang. Rabies biya nga. Mas mo sa ka kung dili mo kompleto ko.
Ay, lagi, uy. Giingnan ko sa doktor nga series daw lagi name. Dili pwede nga kaisa ra ko magpa-anti-rabies.
Ang pingi lagi sa sunod. Ayun na magkapaak sa iro.
Murag sala pa na ako, hindi pa ako kiro.
If a dog bites you,
Don't wait around and make it a drama.
get your anti-rabies vaccine right away. First time I feel a little painful.
But nothing hurts more than rabies. Be safe.
Be protected. Beat rabies. Ayan. Welcome back again to Na Para Bang Podcast. So we're finally done with our segment number 1. Right, partner? Yes, tama ka dyan, partner. Alright, so we're finally moving on to segment number 2. I'm your host, Maureen, and I'll be with Aurea. And this is Na Para Bang Podcast Segment 2. Ayan, it's good to be back after a short advertisement. As you all remember, tapos na tayo sa first segment, which were hosted by Marwin and Kyla. Yes, so ngayon, we're just going to continue what they started. Am I right, partner? Tumpak ka dyan, partner. And of course, along with the new segment, we will also have new guests na makakasama natin for this part of our Na Para Bang Podcast. And I am so excited talaga to meet them kasi I heard na they are also huge fans of Louis Pasteur's innovation. Yes, just like our first two guests kanina, they also have a passion for admiring Louis Pasteur's works. You know, nakaka-amaze talaga how there are still people who are interested in these kinds of topics. Kasi nowadays, mostly burnout na talaga yung mga kabataan natin ngayon, di ba? Kaya nakakahanga talaga na these people who are going to be with us today are still engaged with the essence of science. So, without further ado, shall we introduce our following guests? Yes, okay. Everyone, sa mga viewers natin at listeners dyan, let us all welcome Angel and Liana. Palagpakan naman dyan sa mga online. Ayan. Welcome, Liana and Angel, to segment number 2 of Na Para Bang Podcast. Hello? Hello! It's my first time here sa Na Para Bang Podcast. I'm Angel and I'm a casual listener of Na Para Bang Podcast. So, I am very thankful for having the opportunity to be here. Hi guys! Hello! So, I'm Liana and I'll be one of the guests here sa Na Para Bang Podcast. So, to be honest, ang totoo naramdaman ko talaga ngayon is na para bang I feel so honored to be here. So, thank you all for the staff, the host for inviting me and Angel. Ayan, grabe naman. Nakakataba ng puso. We're really happy na nandito din kayo ngayon with us kasi this topic is super close to our hearts and of course, the science. Tama. So, let's dive right into it, shall we? We talk a lot about vaccination sa first segment, di ba? And syempre, hindi naman matatapos ang topic na yan without talking about the man behind it all, Louis Pasteur himself. Correct ka dyan, partner. So, to kick things off, Angel and Diana, we just wanna ask, ano ba ang first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the name Louis Pasteur? For me, when I hear Louis Pasteur, ang unang talagang pumapasok sa isip ko ay medicine. Kasi, di ba, he really changed the game, lalo na when it comes to medicine and hygiene. Yes, same here. And syempre, vaccination din ako maisip. Like, without him, Louis Pasteur, who knows kung unsa pa kadaghan ng mga taong mamatay dahil sa rabies or other deadly diseases. Tama ka dyan. And speaking of rabies, did you know na si Louis Pasteur ang kauna-unahang scientist na nakagawa ng successful rabies vaccine? It was back in 1885, di ba? And it saved a young boy's life named Joseph Pasteur. Ay, wow! Imagine mo that moment, no? Like, literal na it was a life or death situation. Tapos, Louis Pasteur wasn't even a doctor. Chemist and microbiologist siya. Pero, look at that impact. Yes, I agree. And I think what makes him super admirable is that kahit hindi siya doctor, he still studied how microorganisms work and how they cause disease. Kaya nga tinawag siyang father of microbiology, di ba? Yup. And do you know he also developed the process of pasteurization? Yung milk, corn, at iba pang food products natin ngayon are safer dahil sa process na yan thanks to Pasteur. You're right!
Pasteurization fun fact, gikan sa iyang last name. Imagine how iconic you must be para pangalanan after you yung isang buong food safety process. Oo nga, partner, tama ka dyan. Ang dami niyang contributions. From vaccines to pasteurization to the germ theory of disease. Back then, people didn't even believe na germs were the cause of illnesses, pero Pasteur proved them wrong. I agree. He literally changed how we view illness, medicine, and even surgery. Yes, and not just that. His discoveries also help prevent food spoilage, improve hygiene practices, and even contributed to safer childbirth procedures. Wow! Ayan! Ang daming natutunan ng mga viewers at listeners natin today for sure. Not just in one field, pero in multiple fields. Kaya naman, big salute to Louis Pasteur and of course to our amazing guests, Angel and Liana, for sharing their trivias and thoughts for today. Yes!
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you so much. Maraming salamat sa inyo for being with us here sa segment 2 of Na Para Bang Podcast.
Alright, that wraps up our second segment. Sobrang saya at ang dami nating natutunan today about Louis Pasteur and his other innovation.
Don't forget to like, follow, and share this episode with your fellow science lovers or kahit yung mga di pa interested para ma-inspire din sila.
And with that, we'll see you again sa susunod na episode ng Na Para Bang Podcast. Bye!